Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Yes, we are on Periscope. We are scoping. I'm usually here early in the morning, bright eyed and bushy tailed, telling you, showing you some wonderful raw vegan treat in Raw for a Day with Crystal Shay. Hello. If you can hear me, just send one heart, just so I know that you hear me. Sometimes I have audio issues, and I just want to make sure that you're there, and I want to say hi. I want to say good evening. Um, yeah, thank you for joining in, whoever you may be. Hi, Angela. How are you? And I have people here on the call. Yay. I'm so excited. I'm trying to work this in on the conference call. This is my first time trying to do two things at once, but we are here tonight for the miracle of faith. The miracle of faith. Um, I'm going to give everybody just a second. Hi, hi. Are you in Georgia? Are you in Georgia, Angie? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Uh, Jacksonville, Mississippi. We miss you. I haven't seen or heard. Florida, girl. My geography is all off. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I got everything okay on this end. I know, right? It's awful. Okay, we were going fine. Can you hear me on the call? On the Zoom? Okay. Here we go. Hi, Shula. Can you hear me? I've muted you. Hold on. Let me. Oh, there you are. Okay, so you're in. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. So I am doing a Periscope as well as doing the call tonight. So pray for me. um, Let me tell you guys, the miracle of faith started to work even before we got on this call. It is super ironic that today of all days, I got a call from an assistant of a star, and they called to say um, my dad, actually it was his son. My dad is on this raw journey, and he's going to need your food for the next. He comes home tomorrow night, and he's going to need your food for Saturday and Sunday. Y'all, wow is an understatement. I was, whoa, I was, how faithful is it that it happens on a night like tonight, when I am not a night person, guys. I am usually in the bed, snug as a bug in a rug, by 7 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, if my phone rings, it's got to be an emergency because everybody knows that I'm asleep. But I thought, this is the holiday season. There are people who are going through things. There are people who are hurting and not always as happy as you and I may be. Shula, I know that you have done a lot of mindset work, and you have done a lot of self work. So, the purpose of this call in the evening is merely to give us sweet dreams. It's merely to be one of the last voices that you hear before you go to bed, so that you are focusing and meditating and making the miraculous happen based off your beliefs. It won't be more than 15 minutes. My attention span isn't that long, and if you give me too much, then I won't recall as much in my dream. So the first thing that I want us to do on this induction night is take a deep breath. That felt good. Do that one more time. Just take a deep breath. take a second to be honest with yourself about who you are and where you are, with no shame, with no apologies. Just do a quick evaluation and honestly acknowledge wherever you are as your starting place. You can't start where I start. You can't start tonight where Oprah starts tonight. You can't start tonight where Lisa Nichols is tonight. But I want you to honestly acknowledge where you are right now, 9:06 Eastern Time. Where are you? And nod your head and say, okay, this is where I am right now. And accept where you are right now. Acknowledge it, accept it. Acceptance does not mean you like it. It means that you are comfortable. There's a scripture that says, count it all joy. Count it all joy. Romans 8:28. Know that all things are working together for the good. Not some things, not the good things, not the right things, all things. So acknowledge where you are. Nod your head and say, okay. It just simply means that you're taking an honest look at who you are and where you are in your life, with your relationships, with your career, with your finances, whatever it is. We're going to make that our truth tonight. And when we start off in truth, we can't lose. The second thing we're going to do is love on ourselves completely and fully for who we are. Not for who we were, not for who we want to be, but love on yourself right now. Give yourself a big hug, knowing that you own your stuff. You don't own anybody else's. You're not making anybody else responsible for yours. You're taking ownership and responsibility for you, who you are. That's the first step into creating who you want to be. That's the first step in creating your abundance. And just nod and tell yourself, okay. Because I'll tell you what, the conscious mind will always interfere with its logical five senses. I see this, I smell that, I heard them, I taste that, I touched it. That's usually because of a lack of confidence or too much effort. You're putting out way more. You're working so hard that you're forgetting that faith is the key and prayer unlocks the door. Shula, can you still hear me? Just wanted to make sure. I know, I see you're there. Can you still hear me? Shula?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
great.
I can hear you.
Okay. So, when we work too hard, it says that we're not trusting. When we're working too hard, it says that we're not believing. So, we're going to relax. We're going to give our mind an opportunity to relax. So what I want you to do right quick, we're going to do a faith builder. Just really quickly, if you got a piece of paper, if you're good at taking a mental note, if you're in a nice quiet place, it's not really a brainstorm, it's more a faith storm. And take a few deep breaths. One more. And we're just going to ask the Holy Spirit to guide us through this exercise, okay? Take out your pencil, your piece of paper, and before you start Dear God, dear source, dear universe, dear guides or spirit guides, whatever it is that leads you on your way, ask that you ask it to please allow you to live in and find your truth. Your truth, not what's true to me. Not what I see going on wrong or right in your life and I decide that that's what's true. But your truth. And I'm not going to hold you long this first call. I just want to build a foundation so that the next 29 days, the miraculous takes place because you've planted a seed. Now, there's some seeds in your garden that have already been planted. If you're on this call, we're just watering them. And you better rest assured that God will give the increase. Okay? So, write down any thoughts. Think back to when you were younger, when your imagination worked really good, when you were able to create whatever you wanted right here, not right here, not right here, not with the ears, the smelling, the taste, but when you were able to create whatever you wanted, when those mud pies sitting on the leaf were your burger, and you went and got those sticks and they were your fries, think back to way back then. It's going to be a little longer for some of us than for others. But what did you absolutely love to do back then? Come on. Just think about it just a little bit. What was your passion? Nobody's probably asked you to think back to way back when. But what did you love? What made you laugh out loud? What activities or pursuits got you excited? Don't think hard, just start writing. Just start writing. And if you don't remember anything from way back then, what started exciting you and brought you so much joy and passion as you got older that right now you can't hardly sleep at night thinking about it? Jot that down quickly. Don't think about it long. And so what about now? What do you love to do? What activities or pursuits can you get completely lost in? What activity is it you do that reminds you of the phrase, funny how time flies when you're having fun? What is that? What is it that's calling you to greatness? What is it that's making you want to give the best of you, more of you, every day? Write down whatever it is, anything that comes to mind. You want to live in a big house so that you can help people. You want to make a lot of money so that you're able to give. Whatever that thing is that you're passionate about, don't put it in a little bitty circle. Don't put it in a little bitty box. How big can you make it? How big can you see it? Now, don't listen to me and make it uncomfortably big for you. But however big you can get it, write it, feel it. Now, fast forward to the day before you die. And imagine that your loved ones are sitting around because you have that opportunity. And they're saying, Angela, Shula, do you have any regrets? What would you say? What would your life have looked like if you lived it to the fullest and on your terms? Take a deep breath. And that's what I want you to think about tonight. Fast forward to the day before you transition. And know that your loved ones are saying, Angela, Shula, do you have any regrets? Is there something that you wanted to do that you didn't do and you wish you had? When you go to bed tonight. Sorry, is that better? When you go to bed tonight, make sure that you are thinking of living your life to the fullest. We'll end with this, and you guys can say in unison, my name is, and state your name, and I live my life to the fullest, and I have no regrets. I will do an example, and then we'll wrap up. My name is Crystal Shea, and I have lived my life to the fullest. I have no regrets. The miracle of faith will overtake you. And I hope that this is one of the last things that you hear before you go to bed. Try to get to bed quickly so that it stays with you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. The Miracle of Faith, Day 2. I didn't think I would be able to scope it, but it looks like I'll be able to. So I'll have it on the scope. Did the sound get better, Angela? Hello? The Miracle of Faith. Thank you guys so much. The calls will be about 15 minutes. I don't want to keep you. I want you to get to your showers and your children or your whatnots and get to bed and hold these thoughts near and dear to you. Thank you so much for joining this call. Please invite others to come on in. We'll be here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. The Miracles of Faith, Day 2. Love you. Love you. Bye-bye.